Hello friends, welcome to Gardening with Creekside. I am Jenny and here we are for this week's weekly nursery tour. We are going to be hop, skipping, and jumping all over the nursery to give you an update on all things that are growing, blooming, and thriving here at Creekside Nursery. If you will remember, we are in Dallas, North Carolina. We are a Zone 7B, and here we are, middle of April, and things are in full swing. Here in North Carolina, it is go time for both trees and shrubs and perennials, and yes, your flowering annuals. We are going to hit all of those fantastic things today, but right here we thought we would start in the nursery, in the barn, because we touched on this briefly last week. We now are offering the Felco products here at Creekside, and I kind of wanted to give you a little bit of an overview of what we have available for our customers that come see us. If you are not local and you want to shop Felco, of course you can just go to felco.com. And if you use the promo code that I have down here on the bottom of the screen, GWC10, you will receive 10% off of your order. So just make sure you put that in the special codes section when you check out, and you will automatically get 10% off your order. Now, of course, we have the different the pruners that handheld pruners that they are famous for. Fantastic. Somebody had asked what size I use. I do use a 2, and then I also use a smaller size. I need to go back and look. I'm thinking it is a 14. If not, I will put it on the screen. But I go back and forth between basically the small and the medium, and each one fits my hand well, and I do really enjoy them. I am really interested in these little guys though right now. These are Felco 322. They are the harvesting and trimming snips, because with roses, with herbs, with vegetables, you need a nice little snip. I do enjoy a good snip, and I like these that they have a nice spring action on them. Nice and sharp, of course, extremely well made, as all the Felco products are. So this is a great one to have, this is a fun little one. This is, and I say little, y'all know how I am about gardening tools. This is the Felco 600. It is a nice folding pull stroke pruning saw. There we go. Has a 16 centimeter, which is basically not quite 6.5 inch blade on it. But let me pull it out for you. And that's another thing that I do enjoy about the Felco products, is that you can easily open them up, that they're not stapled. And so you can open it up and really feel how it feels in your hand. So it goes up and then it clicks into place. So if you're looking for a nice little pruning saw to add to your garden toolbox, then this is a great one. Of course, it does lock in place, so that way you can saw to your little heart's content, and then when you're ready, you just simply push that button, get your fingers out of the way, and then it snaps in place. Has a nice little hole so you can hang it on your shelf of your gardening toolbox. We do have the little boxes that are on special. Basically, again, it's the 14, the small, medium, and large of the pruners, but basically you get your gloves free. So if you're interested in these, we have those. And then really three products that I think you would be, if you're gonna invest in your Felcos, you wanna take care of them, right? Because if we take care of our Felco pruners and saws and any of the other products, they will literally last you a lifetime. But taking care of them and a little bit of maintenance is key. So two things are, we have basically the grease and then the spray. Both of these are going to protect your blades from corrosion. The spray is a little bit maybe more often, so it helps clean your blades, so it takes off any sap, any sticky residue, dust, dirt, lubricates the joints on your Felcos, really makes it, again, waterproof and helps prevent corrosion and gets them clean. The grease, of course, is a little bit of a heavier duty. Maybe you want to do this at the end of the gardening season or the beginning of the gardening season, where you can really lubricate your joints. Again, it provides a waterproof barrier for your Felcos, so that way they are nice and well taken care of. And we do have the little sharpening blade as well. So if you find that your Felcos are getting a little dull, of course we have that where you can sharpen them. Holsters, Then there is a bigger pruning saw with a strap and so forth. So lots of good things here again, but if you're not local and you're shopping on Felco's website, use that GWC10 and you will receive 10% off your order. Now, I think we're gonna head over to the greenhouse because there's a lot of fun things that are just gorgeous right now. So let's mosey over there. All right, my friends, so we got just this afternoon a brand new palette of traditional pottery from Michael Carr. So these are not aqua pots. These are just the traditional pottery in the sense of they have a drainage hole in the bottom and they are not the self-watering containers. But, oh my goodness, traditional, I don't know. Gorgeous, yes, because we got a mixed palette, as you can see. And there's other colors back here. So right now you can see the white, not quite a turquoise color, but very close. And then there is a deep blue on the back side. But each one of these, there is a difference. So it's kind of a little bit of a seashell teardrop on these guys. Then we have the diamond quilted texture on them. And then the bottom layer is like a chevron wave on them. So these are available. It is first come, first serve. These are obviously from Michael Carr, who just makes gorgeous, really high quality ceramic glazed pottery, handmade in Vietnam. They are listed as frost resistant on here, and each one comes in 3 different sizes. So this would be like the large size, the medium, and then the small. I don't know, I know some of y'all are gonna ask me what the diameters are on them. I don't know right now. There you go, that's the medium. It gives you an idea, and we call it a traditional because it has that drainage hole in the bottom. So we have those available here at the nursery, so you can come get them. I'll let Jerry kind of pan over here, and you can see the different colors. Again, kind of that turquoise color, and then the dark blue. And because these are handmade, hand glazed in Vietnam, there is going to be a little bit of a color variation between the ones, which makes it fun and unique. So here we go in the greenhouse. We still have blueberries available, and I will say we planted, this is the I Declare blueberries, planted them in the new flower beds at the house, and I already have blueberries on my plants. Very exciting. So now's a great time to get those blueberries in the ground. All right, so here we are in the greenhouse. Jerry, was it?
Yeah.
So I missed him. So I got on to Jerry last time. I was like, babe, you gotta talk. I don't do hand signals. So he was showing me the hummingbird and I missed it, but that's all right. Give you a little update on the aquapot that I planted the other day, week, whenever it was. Look how much it's already filled in. You really cannot see any of the holes. So there we go. It is now in here. Jerry was able to move it just fine. So of course, all the color, all the things. Hummingbirds are here. Hummingbirds are loving these plants, the vermillionaire, the bright colors. We still have some of the chick charms, the living canvas containers. So the chick charms are your perennials. These are the sempervivums, however you want to say it. So all of these are hardy in zones 3 to 8. The living canvas is a mix. I misspoke last time. They are the hen and chicks are perennials. Some of the other ones are not. When I was looking at their website, it was a little bit confusing in that the hen and chicks are perennials and not the other components in there. But they are beautiful and still available. The ovals are gone. We will see if we can get some more. And then the ajugas. The ajugas are fantastic. Remember, a fantastic perennial, a great ground cover for sun or shade. You can go dark, you can go bright, you can mix and match them. I do love this fancy finch because it has a little bit of bright and dark all on the same leaf. Just really pretty. And of course that great little blue bloom on it as well. and these will spread quite nicely. I want to show you, let's see, Plum Dandy. We've not talked about this one. I just flicked myself with water. This is Plum Dandy, and Plum Dandy, we first found this when we went to go to Pleasant View Nursery, Pleasant View Gardens up in Loudon, New Hampshire. Walked through their display gardens last August, I believe it was. I fell in love with this plant. It is an accent plant, a foliage plant, does not bloom, but it is spectacular. They had used it in multiple applications in their gardens, so it was just gorgeous. You can see the color of it is fantastic. I want to show you what a great combination we can have. You take your Plum Dandy, I mean, you could use it with anything, but let's just take Diamond Frost right here. So already we've got lots of color contrast. We've got some texture contrast here. Now let's add in a big pop of color. Watch out for the hose. The hanging baskets. What I'm going for is that jazzberry, but Jenny is short, so we're going to come out here and I want to show you how beautiful these are together. Let me get a jazzberry here. You will remember jazzberry is the brand new petunia. They like to get sticky and get together. Here we go. All right, look at that pop of color all together. You have got a beautiful combination, and this will do great in a container, in a hanging basket, directly in the landscape. You will have height, you will have big, bold color together. So don't ever underestimate the power of a foliage plant. I am a huge fan of foliage plants, whether it is a coleus, the Plum Dandy, a grass. They bring such fun and texture and a different aspect to your garden and your containers that are just absolutely gorgeous. You can see, speaking of gorgeous, as Jerry shows you the pergola with the hanging baskets, you will remember when we potted those up. They are the 16-inch cocoa liners. They're the Proven Winners recipes, so they come, I say pre-made, not really pre-made, but the colors are chosen ahead of time. So we have got in those two containers, it's Living on the Edge, which has the Bordeaux in it, and then something Charm with the pinks. Pink Charm? Yeah, Pink Charm is on that one. So they are available. You do not have to repot these. They can stay in that container all summer long. And of course the mini Vistas, so many wonderful things. We do still, people are asking about the Hydrangea Standards. This is a little lime standard. We do have some limelight standards, and they are just gorgeous. Now, I want to highlight a couple of things. One, look at this. We have got, we offer not only our petunias and our calibrachoas, our super bells, in grande containers, but we also offer certain ones in gallon containers. And this is Supertunia Mini Vista White, and it is just like the perfect specimen of a plant. This is a great use if you want to have what I call my Disney gardeners, where they want to make a container and they want it instantly full, or maybe you're having an event. Easter is like, what, in a couple days away. If you want to make a container and make it instantly full, you can grab 2 of these and put them in a container, and you have got this instant gorgeousness ready for Easter on Sunday. So you can use it that way, and you can also put them in the ground because they are petunias, so you can put them in the ground. And if you put this in the ground with some other things, again, it's an instant pop. It's not this little tiny, cell count plant. It is this gorgeous gallon-sized plant. There are 2 liners in here, and of course, as the season goes, they will just get nice and big and continue to grow. So those are some fantastic options, but man, the Mini Vista White right now is just rocking, as are the peonies. So we have a nice selection of peonies, and as Jerry is showing you, you can see some of them are getting ready to open up in color. We have all sorts of different varieties. We have traditional peonies. We also have the Ito peonies. Remember, the Itos are a cross between an herbaceous peony and a tree peony. So they're going to be a little bit more sturdy, have a fun bloom on them. So peonies, of course, are great, long-lived perennials for your garden. They can easily outlive people if taken care of properly, and really they just need full sun. They don't traditionally like to be moved a whole lot, so once you kind of find your spot for them, just leave them there, and they will of course give you a beautiful spring, kind of mid to late spring color. Nice big beautiful blooms, and traditionally they smell really good. So peonies are here. Also thinking about Mother's Day. Before we know it, Mother's Day is going to be coming up, and if your mom is a gardener or wants something, you know, a peony is a great way to say I love you, Mom, or the lady in your life. Now, I do want to show you, we're going to move up to the production area here in just a minute, but yesterday my mama was helping me here at the nursery, and she got potted up for me the water bowl. This is the Asian water bowl from Unique Stone. It has the little lime standard in here, which clearly loves this pot. If you remember, when I planted it, it was completely dormant. It has flushed out fantastic. It loves this spot. Yeah, so we planted it, she planted it. These are all the new introductions for 2023. So this is a part of the display garden for you. These are not available for sale this year. If you love them, put it on your gardening, in your gardening journal, and you can buy them next year. So let me show you the tags, and you can, let's do this. How about this, Jer? How about we'll put the tag beside the plant. So this Aromanth mulberry, and it really does have a nice, distinct, pretty smell to it. Really enjoy that one. Then we have another, this is the fun accent plant. This is, just tell me what you need. This is a wire vine that is going to trail. So there's 5 of these, I believe, dotted throughout, and they're going to trail over. Then we have 2, they're new, but again, they're not new. So we have the Super Bells Double Yellow. This is a Caliber Koa, and this is really why we were putting this in here, because as you know, the Super Bells do not like to have wet feet, and we do have clay soil here, so I need to give them some room to breathe. And I actually have 2 double yellow tags. This is just Super Bells yellow. We have the wrong tags here, but it's a Super Bells yellow. We were talking with some folks from Proven Winners yesterday and from Pleasant View Gardens, and we were talking with one of their head grower, Alexi, and he was saying if you look at the improvement for the Super Bells yellow is that it has a deeper, richer yellow, and then that the leaves are a little bit smaller than the regular Super Bells yellow, so you see more flower and less leaf on it. So that's really fun. So of course we will keep you updated on how this goes, but I love these colors. They're going to be really fun. So there you go. Your first little new introduction for 2023 that y'all can come and look at. Now, we're going to head up to the production area because there's some gorgeous things up there that we can't wait to show you. Okay, so here we are at the production area of the nursery, and we have got a lot of fun perennials that we have potted up this season that are now clearly very happy and ready to come home with you. So I'm not going to hit all of them, but just the ones that kind of stand out to me, I'm going to show them to you. You know how much we love the Luminary series of perennial phlox from Proven Winners. This is Backlight. You might be familiar with the Ultraviolet, which is the really deep electric purple, Opalescence, which is a nice light white, soft pink. Well, this is Backlight, which is a pure white bloom on it. Of course, since it is a phlox, it does enjoy the full sun, but this is a tall garden phlox. It's a paniculata, so it will get nice big blooms on it. Pure white. It does have more mildew resistance than other tall garden phloxes, but this is a new color that I thought that y'all might be interested in. So these are available Beautiful plants, and they have been outside ever since they were potted up as bare roots. So this is what they were going to look like traditionally this time of year in your garden. So that is a fun one. We also have lots of different varieties of astilbe. Astilbe is traditionally a shade-loving perennial. These are going to be, this is Maggie Daly. I'm trying to get it here for you. Very happy plants. Sun or shade. Now, if you have it in sun, you're going to want to make sure it has plenty of water. If you see some speckles on the leaves, that's just pollen. It is mid-April in North Carolina and the pollen is falling like crazy. But Maggie Daly is a beautiful pink and it is going to be hardy in zones 4 to 9. So very, very adaptable. And then we have in this hand, this is Deutschland? I don't know. It is a pure white. So, and it already has some buds on it. Again, these were potted up as bare roots and stuck outside. And yeah, it already has lots of little flower buds on it. So this would be a great addition to that perennial garden. Of course, they traditionally pair with hostas and ferns and all of those beautiful things. Again, full sun to full shade. Lots of options, and we have some other colors. These are the ones that just kind of stand out to me right now. Let's see. Rise and Shine. Rise and Shine is a nice little pink one as well. So if you're looking for astilbes, we have got astilbes here at Creekside Nursery. So those are available. The dianthus is coming along quite nicely. We've got some, look at this. This is the Fruit Punch Classic Coral. So this is going to be what we call like a carnation bloom on it. Nice big double bloom, kind of that peachy color, and you can see that it's getting ready to explode in some color. This is really fun to add to your sun garden, like in the front border, because it is going to be short, that beautiful blue-green foliage on it, and this is going to be hardy in zones, again, 4 to 9. Very, very adaptable. One of my favorites, this was part of my 15 favorites for the Southern Garden. This is Leading Lady Raspberry, Monarda, Bee Balm. Fantastic plant, massive pollinator attractor, butterflies, hummingbirds. They all love this plant. It is deer resistant because it is in the mint family, so it has that minty smell when you rub the leaves together. Yeah, and it's going to be a short one, so nice and short, but it has that true raspberry color. Walters had sent these to us as a trial, and this was my absolute favorite. Super vigorous in the fact of the mound got bigger, not crazy tall. I mean, they only get 10 to 14 inches tall. This is raspberry. Raspberry is, yeah, and it's a true raspberry color, very bright, really pretty. Coreopsis. This is our favorite. This is our favorite, what's the word? Not variety, cultivar, series, line, whatever you call it. This is the Uptick. So this is Uptick Gold and Bronze. Again, it is just starting to bloom. This is a non-stop bloomer. It's just now starting. All of these we put out as bare roots. So this is what it would traditionally look like in your garden. This has not been in a heated greenhouse. They've been outside since, for a long time. Let's see, this is mid-April, what, end of February, 1st of March, maybe?
They've been through quite a few.
They've been through some cold snaps. I think we did cover them with that 19-degree night, but other than that, they have been outside. Only 12 to 14 inches tall, hardy in zones 5 to 9. These are a sun lover. But yeah, this Uptick Gold, fantastic. The whole plant will be covered in this bloom. Really nice and easy. You will love it. Amsonia. If you do not have Amsonia in your garden, then you need to add some. I just actually added this to another garden at the house today. We won't tell Jerry about that. He gets on to me because I plant all the plants. Storm Cloud. So Storm Cloud, again, massive, huge root system. But can you get in on that? Let's see if I can hold still and you can zoom in. Just really fun. Storm Cloud is really neat because the stems are almost black right now, and the flowers have not opened up yet, but they have that really kind of that dark black blue tint to them, and they will open up to a beautiful true blue bloom. They do love the sun. Amsonia is a native plant. It is only going to be 24 to 30 inches tall, so a little bit more manageable than like the true natives, and they're going to be hardy in zones 4 to 9. Fantastic. Obviously an early spring bloomer, and then after they bloom, you've got this gorgeous foliage in your garden. So I do love storm cloud. Now this caught my eye as soon as we pulled up to the nursery. Look at this. This is Alba, old-fashioned bleeding heart, but it is a pure white. You know how much I love my bleeding hearts. I don't have this one in the garden yet. Might have to add this somewhere. Hardy in zones 3 to 9, pure white blooms. Bleeding hearts do like the shade. They do not like to be hot, so part shade to full shade. If you have it in an area that gets a little more dry, late summer, like for us, that would be like July and August, it'll look like they're dying. They're not really dying. They're just going dormant because they hate being hot and dry, so they're probably just gonna go dormant, and then they're like, yep, we'll see you later. On in the season, there you go. Persian ruby daylily. Y'all, I could spend all day with these perennials. Oh my goodness. They're just so great. We just have to show them to you. So that Persian ruby is a beautiful bicolor. Look at that. And daylilies. I mean, my gosh, you're talking about the easiest plant. Oh, you just put them out. And I know people will say, well, the deer love them too. I know, but you know what? Deer, if they're hungry, they'll eat anything. So, I know, it's a battle. It is a battle for sure. Then we also do have, I think this is Valentine. Somewhere in here is Valentine.
I think it's back over here.
Anyway, we've got more pink bleeding hearts. Nice, beautiful red on them, gorgeous, got those. And then grasses. Look at these gorgeous grasses. This is Evercolor. Really nice, bright. This is going to be more on the shade side. So a shade loving grass, Evercolor Everillo. This is a Japanese sedge. And then we have Feather Falls, which is a gorgeous variegated grass as well. And all of these are perennials. So again, just because you have a shade garden, both of these are going to be considered part shade. They are going to be hardy in zones 5 to 9, and they only get up to about 12 inches tall. So that was the limey one, and then this one is a little bit taller, 14 to 18 inches tall. So lots of great options for you with perennials. There's always something new and exciting. All right, let's come in here because look at these hanging baskets. Are they not spectacular? So these hanging baskets, everything in here, the verbena on the bottom, oh my gosh, and even the lantana is spectacular. But remember, this is what we call production 1. Production 1 does not have a heat source. They are just grow with the heat from the that the good Lord gives us with the sun, and that really is what makes them nice and tight. Look at this bubble gum. So you know bubble gum is a nice vigorous plant. There are 3 liners in here, nice and tight and controlled. So when you can grow these petunias and calibrachoas on the cool side, they are nice and tight. This is for my Disney gardeners. This is for my folks coming up this weekend for Easter. Again, you want an instant wow? Absolutely. Leave it in the hanging basket, put it across your front porch. Everybody's going to be just like oohing and eyeing over them. You have a container that needs something in there, take it out of the hanging basket, plop it in there. We have a video on it. I'll link it. Go see how. I'll just show you exactly how to do it. Or my favorite trick is to take it out of the hanging basket and to put it directly in the landscape. So you're going to use this and plop it into your landscape. Again, it is an instant wow, instant landscape. It is a game changer, and it will last you all season long. Truly, it does. But yeah, so we have the bubblegums and the yellow and the tropical sunrise and the Bordeaux. Let's go look at the Bordeaux. So those are some of the mixes the recipes that we did up into those containers, but look at Bordeaux. Bordeaux, of course, is that gorgeous petunia with that deep dark purple, what we call the throat, the inside of the flower, and then the dark veining, which would mean kind of the stripes inside of it, and then a light pale lavender color on the outside. Again, since it is a petunia, you can put it in a hanging basket, a container, or the landscape directly, and they will need the sun, and they will do great. Of course, the verbenas and all sorts of good things. I mean, there's just everything. So again, it is go time. Looking at the forecast, our last frost date, is April the 15th, which is just the next day or two. I don't even know what day it is, but it's coming up really soon. And then if you look at the 10-day forecast past that, then we seem to be pretty good. So I feel pretty confident that you can go ahead and start planting these things in your landscape. Just be prepared if we have that freaky last frost that you're able to take care of them, because I would hate for you to have to redo your whole landscape of your annuals that you've put in. We don't need to worry about it with your shrubs and your trees and your perennials. Those are good to go. Those are fine. I'm just talking about your hot weather annuals. But come see us Wednesday through Saturday from 9 to 3 a.m. I almost forgot. One of the most important things I have to tell you, this Saturday, the Saturday before Easter, we're open regular hours for Easter, by the way. We're gonna have Bolton's food truck again, Bolton's Curbside Cookery. They were here last week, last Friday. They're coming back this Saturday. Oh my goodness, y'all. When I say those were the best onion rings I've ever had in my entire life, I am not joking. They were divine. The burgers were insane. They have like gourmet burgers, all different kinds. The French fries, spectacular. It was so funny because, they came on Friday, and all like Friday afternoon into Friday night into Saturday morning, I had all these people sending me messages and texts, and they're like, that was the best burger I have ever had, or those were the best onion rings and French fries I have ever had. They are a precious husband and wife team here that are local. They just celebrated their 1-year anniversary as a business. So please come out, support them, bring your whole crew, get some burgers and fries and onion rings and a cheer wine or a sun drop, a drink to have for lunch. Bring a blanket. You can have a picnic out in the field by the pond. Shop for some flowers. As one of our customers said, it is Flowers and Fries Day. So absolutely. So again, make sure you come hungry on Saturday. They will be here. I think they're basically from like 11 to 3 as far as when they serve their food. It takes them a little while to get set up. But if you're hungry, bring your appetite. You're going to get a great burger. I guarantee it. As always, thanks so much for gardening with Creekside. Y'all have a great day. We'll see you in the next video. Bye, friends.